You know that feeling when you walk into a space and it just feels perfect? Well, that's not an accident. It's not magic. It's intentional design. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on how this amazing backyard cafe was made, breaking down the smart choices that turned a normal patch of land into this beautiful retreat. All right, let's just jump right in. I mean, look at this. The space feels so lush, so private, and it's just glowing with this incredible warmth. But that atmosphere didn't just happen. So the big question we're asking today is, how do they do it? What are the design secrets that make this space work so incredibly well? So here's our game plan. We're going to break it all down step by step. First, we'll look at how to create an urban oasis. Then we'll dive into the actual design blueprint. After that, we'll see it go from a plan to a real place. Explore the magic of lighting, and finally, I'll give you the key design takeaways you can use yourself. Okay, first things first. Let's talk about the number one feeling you get here: privacy. I mean, how on earth do you create this little pocket of peace when you could be smack in the middle of a noisy city?
Well, it all comes down to one core idea: zoning. See that super dense wall of plants all around the edge? That's not just a hedge, it's a strategic green wall. It's literally a living, breathing barrier that encloses the space, shuts out the rest of the world, and gives you that instant feeling of being in your own private oasis.
So we've got the vibe down, right? That cozy, private feel. But a vibe isn't something you can build. How do you take that feeling and turn it into a reality? Well, it all starts on paper, with a really powerful plan.
And this is it. This is where the magic really begins. Not with some fancy computer program, but with a simple sketch. You can see the raw layout taking shape. And look, there are even handwritten dimensions and notes. This is the raw DNA of the entire project, born right here. Then, that first spark of an idea, it gets refined. It evolves into this, a clean, professional concept plan. Everything is locked in, the dimensions are formalized, and the relationship between inside and outside is crystal clear. This is the official playbook for the whole build. Now, there's a really powerful design secret baked into that plan, and it's called symmetry. It's simply when one side of a space is a mirror image of the other. And here's the wild part. Our brains are actually hardwired to find this incredibly pleasing. It taps into something deep inside us that loves balance and order. It gives you this subconscious feeling of calm without you even knowing why. And you can see it in action clear as day, right here in the plan. That stone path running down the middle, that's the access. And the 4 dining spots are perfectly mirrored on either side. So that feeling of peacefulness you get from the final photos, yeah, that was no accident. It was engineered into the blueprint from the very beginning.
Okay, this is the part I really love. We've seen the 2D drawings. Now let's watch what happens when those lines on paper jump into the real 3-dimensional world.
And there it is. Plan on the left, reality on the right. Just look at how perfectly the vision was executed. The central path, the mirrored tables, that green border. It's a perfect one-to-one translation. This is that magic moment where a drawing becomes a place you can actually stand in.
But there's more going on here than just the layout. They made another really smart choice: contrasting the materials. You've got all the soft, natural things like the lush plants and the warm wood furniture, and that's all set against the hard, structured stuff, like the cool stone path and smooth floors. That mix is what creates all this amazing texture and visual interest. And they didn't just stop outside. They carried that exact same idea right through the doors. Check out the warm, natural wood of the counter popping against that sleek, cool flooring. It's the same design rule, and it's what makes the entire place, inside and out, feel so cohesive and connected. So, we have the layout, we have the materials, but there is one final element that totally transforms the space and really sets the mood, especially after the sun goes down. We've got to talk about the magic of lighting. I mean, just look at this comparison. It's the same exact place, but day versus night, it feels like 2 completely different worlds. In the daytime, it's bright and beautiful, but at night, wow, it becomes absolutely magical. And that transformation is 100% intentional, all thanks to a really clever lighting plan. You know, professional designers often think about light in 3 layers. First, there's ambient light. That's your overall glow, like from those overhead string lights. Second is task lighting, lights for doing a specific job, like the pendants over the service counter.
And third, you've got accent lighting. That's the dramatic stuff, the lights in the ground that make all the plants and textures pop. And when you combine all three of those layers, well, you get this incredibly warm, enchanting atmosphere. The string lights give that cozy blanket of light, and the accent lights just carve out all that beautiful texture and drama in the garden. It is just perfect.
So we've gone really deep on this one project, but the real power here is understanding the principles behind it, because these are ideas that you can take and apply to absolutely any space. So if you only remember 3 things from all this, make it these. Number 1, zone for privacy. Use plants or screens to create your own little world. Number 2, create balance with symmetry. It's your secret weapon for making a space feel calm. And number 3, layer your lighting to create a mood, not just to see. Because ultimately, what this project proves is that exceptional design really isn't magic. It's a series of deliberate, clever choices that all work together to create a feeling and serve a purpose. And that leads me to one final question for you. Now that you know these principles of zoning, symmetry, and lighting, what space in your own world are you looking at right now and thinking you could transform?